Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Erin, can we get a roll call?
Mrs. Rowland?
Here.
Mrs. Rivers?
Here.
Mrs. Tedesco?
Here.
Mr. Myers?
Here.
Mr. Scheid?
Here.
And Mr. Lucetti is absent.
Correspondence to the board. At this time, we did not receive any, but if you did send something in, please contact Erin to let her know that you had sent something in. Approval of minutes of the Board of Education. I need a motion to approve the minutes from the July 1st, 2025 regular business meeting.
Motion.
Second? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Motion to approve the minutes from the July 1st, 2025 reorganizational meeting. I need a motion.
Motion.
Ms. Rivers, second.
Second.
Ms. Tedesco? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Brings us to the superintendent's report.
Good evening, Ms. Rowland. Thank you so much. I wanted to just share a couple of things with the community at this time. The first is we do officially have an assistant superintendent for business and operations, and I wanted to officially welcome Ms. Olivia Buazzi, who has started with the district. Welcome, Olivia. She's hit the ground running, visiting all of our buildings, meeting with our staff. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes in the summertime, and Olivia truly, like I said, has hit the ground running, and we welcome her. I also wanted to take a moment. This is, I believe, Dr. Dolan's last board meeting with us, who served as our acting deputy superintendent this year, and I want to thank Tom for his guidance and leadership for so many of our staff members throughout the course of the year. So thank you, Tom, and best wishes to you. This evening, the board will be acting on, or it's expected that the board will act upon the policy related to the cell phone ban and internet-enabled devices for students. I've said all along in the public meetings that this is a New York State law. This is not just North Babylon arbitrarily deciding to prohibit cell phone use or internet-enabled devices. So following this evening's meeting, provided that the board approves the policy, that policy will be available on our website for anyone's review, and there will be follow-up information that comes out from the respective schools as we get closer to the school year. And I'll actually send something out tomorrow to our school community and our school families and staff, giving them some information on that matter. We're going to have something that goes out to our families throughout the district later in the summer as well about the opening of school. And with that, I'm very excited to share that we do have a theme for our district for this year, and it is North Babylon Schools United in Purpose, Unlimited in Potential. And it is a focus of a lot of our work moving forward for this school year, and you'll be hearing more about that as we move forward. And lastly, not to put anybody on the spot, I just wanted to welcome Amaya this evening. She's our student board rep from the high school. Amaya was sworn in at the July 1st board meeting, and we're happy to have her here this evening, and she'll be taking a much more active role in our board meetings come the opening of school. We're all on summer hours still a little bit here, so welcome, Amaya, and thanks for joining us this evening. And that's all for the superintendent's report this evening. Thank you.
Next is public participation. This section gives the Board of Education the opportunity to recognize residents who wish to raise a question or make a brief statement on agenda items only. The time available will be limited to 5 minutes for each comment or question. If anyone would like to come to the podium and ask questions, please do so now.
Hi, Evelyn Handel, 17th Avenue. Happy summer. Thank you, Mr. Dolan.
I don't think it's on.
Thank you, Mr. Dolan. I was wondering who will be assistant or deputy superintendent moving forward. In the agenda, it said stipulated agreement and release. I wondered what that was, and consultant agreement for a senior account clerk. Why don't we just hire a senior account clerk if we need one?
I was just writing down. Who is the deputy superintendent moving forward is your first question. That will be deputy superintendent or assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction responsibilities by committee. Largely myself, Ms. Butler, and Ms. Mellish will handle the operations of that office. The second question that you had was related to a stipulated agreement on the agenda, and that is a personnel item. That is a stipulated agreement with a particular employee. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your third question, Evelyn.
Consultant agreement for a
Oh,
senior
yeah.
account
So
clerk.
why don't we just hire an account? We are hiring someone to take over that role. It's just sometimes the timing with the departure of an individual doesn't match with the ability to hire the new individual. And so if there's a gap in service, that's why that individual would be utilized.
Okay, and welcome.
Ms. Rowland, if you don't mind, that was the personnel action report, and we do have a number of individuals, I believe, who were appointed just then. That's when you were appointed, if you're here and new to the district. So I just ask our new teachers, I believe, who are here this evening, if you don't mind just standing for a moment. And we welcome you to the district. For anyone that doesn't know this, our hiring process is significant and expansive, and it involves a lot of people. There's screening interviews where administrators are largely going through resumes and selecting candidates to move forward. From that point, those individuals then go to a committee interview, and the committee is representatives from administrators and teachers. Following that, there is some assignment that related to like a demo lesson. So someone comes in and teaches a lesson, or in the summer, if we can't get students, they develop a plan and talk with administrators about how they would actually go through that process. From there, a slate of candidates is then recommended to come back to the superintendent and meet with me. And at that point, I then work with my team to make a recommendation to the Board of Education. And so the three of you here this evening have gone through a rather lengthy but exhaustive process. We congratulate you. You've made the team. We want you to stay on the team now, and we're here to support you. So we congratulate you and welcome aboard. Thank you.
Omnibus motion, recommend the board approve the following omnibus motion items, letters A through K. Give you a minute to look at that. Need a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Now for action items. Recommend the board approve the use of employee benefit accrued liability reserve as described in the resolution below. Need a motion? Motion. Second? Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Recommend the board approve the certification of the lead evaluators for the 2025-26 school year. Motion? Motion. Second? Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Recommend the board approve the MOA with the office personnel unit as amended. I need a motion.
Motion.
Ms. Tedesco, second.
Second.
Ms. Rivers, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Recommend the board approve the MOA with office personnel unit to include the payroll supervisor position. I need a motion. Mr. Scheid, second.
Second.
Ms. Rivers, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Recommend the board approve the stipulated agreement with an employee listed in confidential attachment A and hereby authorize the board president to execute said agreement on behalf of the Board of Education. Need a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Myers, second.
Second.
Ms. Rivers, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Recommend the board approve the agreement with Patricia Zito as the senior account clerk, as senior account clerk consultant for the 2025-2026 school year, and hereby authorize the board president to execute said agreement on behalf of the Board of Education. Motion?
Motion.
Mr. Myers, second. Mr. Scheid, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Recommend the Board of Education approve the district treasurer to open 2 new bank accounts at Capital One for the following: general fund, escrow account for workers' compensation transactions and activities, an extra classroom activities fund, account for automatic deposits for student council vending and transactions. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Ms. Tedesco, second.
Second.
Mrs. Rivers, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Recommend the board approve the following regarding a 913 and the appointment of Dr. Randall Solomon. I need a motion.
Motion.
Mr. Myers?
It's actually Dr. Alan Steffler.
Okay. The appointment of Dr., I'm sorry? Alan Stempler. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Mr. Myers, second.
Second.
Ms. Tedesco, all in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Next part is for public participation. According to Board Policy 1230, this section of the agenda gives the Board of Education the opportunity to recognize residents who wish to raise a question or make a brief statement on matters including, but not limited to, agenda items. The time available will be limited to 5 minutes for each question or statement.
No, so I was just wondering, the stipulated agreement and release of the person, now that that's a done deal, can we know who that was? No? Okay. I know it's personnel, but I just kind of wondered, because when other people are, like in the personnel report, there's always names, so I just didn't know what the difference was. I know last time I asked about the open seat, and I was given all of the options of what you can do. Have you decided what you're going to do? Will the work be done before the start of school? And people asked me to ask you, I know the grandma's program, or grandpa's, I don't know if it's both, the state stopped funding that, and I was wondering the district's feeling on funding it themselves. That was pretty easy.
So you have your answer for the stipulated agreement. There hasn't been, I don't want to speak on behalf of the board, but I know that there hasn't been a discussion since the last meeting related to what's going to happen with the open seat. Will all of the work be done before the start of school? I think that all of the work is continuing on schedule as it was originally scheduled. So the security vestibules that are being installed at each of the buildings, they're in the demolition and putting back together phase at this point and wiring some of the things for electric. But the project was never slated to be fully completed for the opening of school. The vestibules will be there with the operational doorways for school, but they won't be functioning fully as a security vestibule for the opening. There's a long lag time with respect to the storefronts that will be installed at each of the buildings.
But they'll be functional to use as a doorway?
They'll be functional as doors, but again, I think I've said this along the way, if anybody's ever had a bathroom put in or a kitchen built at their house, there are always potential delays with construction. And so I say that with confidence that that's what I'm being told will happen. Whether or not that happens is another story, but I can tell you that our schools will open on the first day, and we'll have a plan for how to open them on the first day, regardless of the state of those construction projects. The Grandma's program and the lack of state funding, that's something that Ms. Lark just brought to my attention this week from MGV, so I don't have enough information to... Yeah, I don't...
On the beach today.
I don't have enough information about it to speak to it, but it is something that Ms. Lark and I were going to have a conversation on how we can find a solution to that.
Okay, and my only other question, I haven't asked in a long time. What's the status of the White House? Like, have you ever really finalized, are you gonna fix that, build? Have we ever really made a decision either way?
I think the building committee made a decision last year to go ahead with a renovation of that or an upgrade of that. It's something that then our director of facilities at the time spec'd out with our architects and looked at how much it would cost to do all of the different elements of that project. That project is now up at State Ed, potentially awaiting approval or, but nothing's ready or done or scheduled at this point.
Well, thank you, and enjoy your summer.
Thanks, Evelyn.
I don't see anybody else coming up to the microphone. I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Mr. Myers, second. Mrs. Rivers, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for making my first official meeting painless. Thank you.